Good evening. I want to say it's evening. It's like 5 p.m. here right now. And the sky is just very cloudy. So I figured it's the perfect time to show you what I'm going to be planting in June. Now this weather is not what I'm expecting for June. I'm expecting it to be very hot, probably a bit humid. We haven't been getting that much rain, so maybe the rain will be coming. I mean, obviously it's trying to. I live in a climate that gets hot in June, and I'd say that most climates do get very hot in June. The amount of seeds that I'm planting, like different varieties, has gone drastically down because it's going to be so hot. So a lot of things are not going to like it, but here's the things that will. First up, we have mint. I am growing peppermint specifically because it's my favorite. I don't really like spearmint. Lemon balm is nice, but I'm not gonna use enough of it to really grow it. So I'm gonna plant peppermint. Now the thing about peppermint is you do not want to let it go out of control because it will spread. It will kind of walk around your garden and just take over the space if you don't keep it in check. But honestly, right now that's sounding like a benefit to me because I can just imagine pulling up beautiful, crisp smelling weeds all over the place and throwing them in my compost, or eventually giving them to chickens once I have chickens, or making a lovely tea with them, putting them in your water. I mean, it's gotta be good for you, right? Another thing I'll be planting in June is watermelon. Now I have two different varieties of watermelon. One is called a Florida Giant watermelon, and the other one's called a Jubilee watermelon, which you might have heard me talk about before. The Jubilees are kind of, oh, lightning. I think they're supposed to be sweeter and kind of longer looking, and the Florida Giants are supposed to be giants, of course. They're supposed to just look like kind of a typical watermelon, just really big. So Jubilees do not want to be planted in June. You can plant them the month before, but June is not the month. It's just too hot for them. But Florida Giants do want to be planted in June, so I will be planting them all around my fence. And that's the awesome part about having a fence, is that I can just trellis them right up, and it's the most convenient thing. It'll also provide shade for everything inside the garden, so that's another bonus. And these will just soak up the sun and give me those sweet, delicious big fruits. I cannot wait to have watermelon. I haven't had one yet, so I'm so excited. Now this next one might be a shock. I am planting lettuce. I'm planting a Jericho romaine and a Manoa lettuce, and these, I don't actually plant them outside any time of the year because they're susceptible to pests. They don't like rainfall. It bruises their little baby leaves. And I think those are my only reasons. Oh, they're also really sensitive to sun. So that doesn't change whether it's cold or hot. But you can get varieties of lettuce that love the heat. These do, so I'll be planting them outside but under a roof. I'm also going to be planting red noodle beans. Now these, I'm pretty sure you can plant them basically year-round. If not, a couple months you take a break. These I plant all the time because beans are just such an awesome thing to have around. And right now I'm trying to kind of cut back on my budget to save for more things that are more important to me. And beans are something that's so easy to grow. I feel like it's easy, it's fun, it's actually helpful for your garden. They help put extra nutrients, nitrogen into the soil. And they also trellis. These ones trellis. There's also bush beans, which I don't have. They kind of just grow on their own and they don't need to lean against anything. But I've got some red beans growing on my corn and on my fence and on my trellis. I put them everywhere because I just love beans. Something else I'm starting from seed in June is cayenne peppers. Now poblanos and jalapenos don't really prefer to be started this late in the season. And if you live in a warm enough climate, you can start it after the summer heat has passed, at least where I am. You can always look up your zone and look up what kind of temperature they like. But cayenne peppers, they'll love the heat. And they're very spicy, so I just kind of find that ironic. This will also be my first time growing cayenne peppers, so I'll tell you all about it when I do. Now, you may notice I have a lot of big sunflowers around my yard, and these are called giant mammoth sunflowers. But there's another kind of sunflower variety that I have, and that bird is very loud. Anyways, there's another kind of sunflower variety that I have bought. This is just the native sunflower to the North Americas. So it's just called wild yellow annual, I'm pretty sure. And this one will grow multiple heads and it'll be kind of smaller. I love sunflowers because they take out toxins from the ground and heavy metals, and they will definitely improve your soil, and they'll attract pollinators, and they'll feed the birds, which I'm not as excited about. Ooh, another big flash of lightning. I'm also planting a couple more herbs, which will grow nicely in the heat. We've got oregano, thyme, and basil, and these all should do fine in the heat. I find that a little hard to believe, but I'm going to start them outside, but under a roof. Now the last thing I'm planting is a true classic. It's cucumbers. And I'm so happy I can plant these late because I haven't really been planting them much at all this year. I haven't really cracked the cucumber code, so I'm thinking hopefully in summer I will get to, because I'll have less plants to look after. I think I haven't been feeding them enough fertilizer, and I've kind of neglected them overall, so it's understandable they haven't come to fruition yet. Well, that is everything that I'm planting, and just in case I need some extra minutes on this video, I'm just gonna take you around the garden real quick. I have already watered everything this morning. Go me. And the rain might come as well, but there's a zucchini. I really want zucchini tonight, so let's hope that I can pick it. Got my little beans back here, and this is exactly what I wanted them. I wanted them like kind of in the way, and I just love that they are. This sunflower gets bigger every day, so much bigger. It's crazy. It's definitely outgrown me now. I can't even get up there, but that's the middle of it. Now, I knew these sunflowers would grow tall, but I kind of underestimated how wide they are, so that's a good thing to keep in mind if you're gonna grow them. But really, I need more shade in my garden, so it's only a good thing. Well, unfortunately, my zucchini is not ready. Another day, another unready zucchini. That's okay. They're just so darn good. I want so many a day, and I really should have planted more of them. They're the biggest surprise in the garden. I just can't get enough. A homegrown zucchini beats any store-bought zucchini. I mean, by far. It's insane. It's insane how good they are. They used to be so gross, and now they're delicious. Also, have a little look at my tomatoes back here. They're growing just great. They've got a few flowers on them, and itty bitty baby little tomatoes are starting to form. So I'm letting them go. And these insane amounts of carrots back here, I have stopped putting fertilizer on them because the first carrot I grew like a many-pronged carrot, which is not what I want. I want a carrot that looks like a carrot. And so that could be a nitrogen problem. And it makes sense because I planted beans right by them, and what were we saying earlier? Beans put nitrogen into the soil, so they were just getting far too much. So hopefully that won't be the case for when I harvest them this next round. Also, look how big my watermelon plants are getting. I'm so excited. They've all started flowering too. And really, I should be out here with a little paintbrush pollinating them all by hand, because the pollinators haven't been perfect this year. So I think I should be pollinating them by hand. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I'm so happy at how big they're getting and that they're going straight up the fence here. I have had to redirect them a couple times, but that's okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna go inside because the thunder is rumbling and I don't want to get caught in any of that. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.